Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for visiting. This is just a little introduction video before I share with you my video about how to make keto cookie dough fat bombs. When I decided to create this YouTube channel, I decided I wanted to go back and find some of my favorite live videos that I did on Facebook and just create them into videos that I could share on YouTube so that I didn't lose them. So for a long time, I had a keto Facebook group where I went live quite a few times, just showing how to make different recipes and things. So what I've been doing is kind of going back in time, looking at some of the videos that I have shared in the past, downloading them, saving them, and then creating them into YouTube videos. So that's what this video is. You will notice that there are a few transitions in the video where it's a little choppy, and that is because I went live in my Facebook group, and there were some things that I talked about that were specific to my Facebook group members. And so since I don't have that Facebook group anymore, it just didn't seem appropriate to keep that part of the video in there. So there were a few sections of the video that I had to cut out because it just wouldn't make sense for you to see that now. So that's why the video is just not as smooth transition as I would like it to be. But everything you need is in the video. All of the ingredients, the instructions, all of that stuff, it's all in the video. I do also want to just mention that when I recorded this, it was a while ago. It was quite a while ago. So when I first started eating keto, I ate a lot of keto treats. I ate a lot of fat bombs. I ate a lot of those processed keto things that come in packages. I don't eat those anymore. I mean, it's okay if you want to eat those, if you are keto. They do help you to stay on track and everything. And they make it a much easier transition for you when you go from eating the standard American diet to eating keto. It's nice to have those keto treats to enjoy once in a while. But you know, after doing keto for quite a while and then transitioning to more of a ketovore lifestyle, and now I'm more carnivore than anything, I just don't eat the processed stuff anymore. So I'm sharing this video with you basically for all of those out there who are getting started with keto, or you know, following keto and doing fine with eating the keto treats and the fat bombs and all that stuff. So it's a delicious recipe. I loved these fat bombs when I was just doing keto. So even though I'm not eating them anymore, the recipe is too good to not share. So I hope you enjoy it. If you decide to try the recipe, it's not actually my recipe, but I did put a link in not a link, but I did mention in the comments of my video who the author of the recipe is, but I've made it so many times and I love it so much. I just had to share. So if you make it and you like it, comment down below and let me know. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to do is I'm going to go through the list of ingredients for you. So grab a pen and paper so you can write this down. Okay, so is that, you know, when you're on the keto diet, you're not eating a lot of sweets. So it's really nice to have a fat bomb that tastes like a sweet snack. Okay, so these cookie dough fat bombs are my favorite. And I haven't made them for a while. I usually make a big batch and I keep them in the freezer. So then when I do have that little sweet, you know, craving of something, or if I just, you know, need some extra fat, then I can just get in the freezer and grab one and eat it. So, so if you have your pen and paper, I'm going to go through the ingredient list first because sometimes I think it is hard to follow along if I'm doing it while I'm making the recipe. So if you have your pen and paper, awesome. But if you don't worry. You can come back and watch this video again. It's okay. So the ingredients, you're going to have 1 stick of butter. You're going to have a 1/3 cup of Keto confectioners sugar. I like to use Swerve. So this is what mine looks like. This is Swerve. It's a sugar substitute and it doesn't impact your blood sugar or your insulin or anything like that. So that's why it's okay for the keto diet. There's also another Swerve. This is the confectioners Swerve. There's also just granular, which is more like sugar. This is the granular one. I'm not using this one in this recipe, but I just had it out because I wanted to show you. There's also a Swerve brown sugar. So I have that, but I didn't get it out. But so anyway, Swerve is probably my favorite one to use. So you're doing a 1/3 cup of this, okay? And then 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of almond flour. I mean, any almond flour, but this is what I've got. And then 2/3 cup of keto-friendly, sugar-free chocolate chips. And I like to use Lily's. I sound funny when I say that, Lily's. I don't know, but anyway, this is the Lily's chocolate chips. And you can see no sugar added. And they are considered keto friendly. So you can put these in your, your Fat Mom recipes or whatever other kind of keto dessert recipes. Or if you just want to eat a handful, those are the ones that I use. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have my, my butter, my softened stick of butter in my bowl here. And so the first thing you do is you just mix that with a hand mixer. So I'm gonna do that. You just wanna do that until it gets kind of light and fluffy. So it'll be noisy here for just a minute. Just kind of mix that up. Okay, so that didn't take very long because I actually, my butter wasn't super soft. So I did stick it in the microwave for like 20 seconds just to soften it up. So it was pretty soft already, so that didn't take very long. So then the next thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna add to that, you're gonna add your, sorry, I've got butter all over my bowl here. You're gonna add your Swerve and your vanilla and your salt. So I've got my 1/3 cup of Swerve here. And then I already pre-measured all of this stuff so you guys wouldn't have to, wait for me to, measure everything out. So I've got everything measured here. And then I'm going to mix that up. Okay, so that's done. So then the next thing I'm gonna do is add in my almond flour. And just like the other stuff, I already have that measured out. So there's 2 cups of almond flour here. And I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time and then just stir it up to get it mixed in there. I'm so excited about this recipe because like I said, I haven't made them in a while, and I used to always have these on hand. And I was just thinking, that's one thing I have to do this weekend is make my fat bombs. And then I think that later in the week, I'll just probably throw together some, I think I'm gonna make some maybe keto spaghetti just because I have the stuff on hand and it's really easy to throw together. So. Okay, so I've got that all mixed up. I have to scrape, sometimes, how it gets stuck on the spoon, I just have to scrape some of that off of there. Okay. So it just looks like a dough mixture, okay? And then I'm just gonna add my chocolate chips. So I've got 2/3 cup of those Lily's chocolate chips. I'm just gonna add those in there. Mix that up. And I mean, it just looks like chocolate chip cookie dough. Okay, so what you would normally do at this point, if you were planning on making these into little balls, just little shaped balls, you would put this in the refrigerator right now. Like, you would cover it with a plastic wrap, stick it in the refrigerator for like 20 minutes, just to kind of get the mixture firmed up a little bit. And then what I would do if I were making it into balls, I like to use this little scooper thing from Pampered Chef. I love these things. I use them all the time for everything. I've got every size. I think this is the medium size. This is the one I normally would use for these. But what I like to do, instead of doing the little balls, I have these candy molds that I like to use. These ones are my favorite. And so what I discovered just from previously making them and calculating things out is that one of these would be like the same size as one of those balls. And then if you were using these, it would be 2 of these would be the same as 1 serving. So trying to remember, I thought I had written down, I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but I think I want to say that like 1 serving is like 1 carb. So like if you were to eat 2 of these little ones, or 1 of these, or 1 of the round balls. So what I do is I just take the mixture and I like to press it into my candy molds. And then after I do that, I take the entire candy mold and I just stick it in the freezer. And I just usually just leave it in the candy mold, unless of course I need to use them for something else. But I just like to stick the whole thing, like I'll put a piece of plastic wrap over the top and then I just stick it in the freezer. And I love these candy molds because they pop out really easily. So, you know, if it's in the freezer and I want to grab one, I can just take it out, pop one out, and then put it back in there. And I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm just pressing the mixture in there like that. And I'm just gonna fill, I usually fill this entire tray up, and then whatever I have left over, then I go to these. So then I usually have a bunch of small ones too. So that is what I'm going to keep doing here. And I'm gonna stop the video because I know you probably don't wanna just keep watching me do this, but I just wanted to show you how I do that. So I'm gonna keep pressing these in here and then freeze them. And I can actually pop one of these out pretty easily. I mean, they pop out and it's like just a little square of cookie dough. And it's so good, it's so good. Okay, so I gotta wash my hands real quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna stop the video because obviously you don't need to keep watching me do that over and over again. So anyway, after I get this done, I'll be sure to go in, post the entire full recipe in the. All right, guys, have a great day. And if you try this recipe, come back and comment and let me know what you think. I love them. I think they're amazing. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day.